You don't want to pause it up at all? You don't want to use this at all in any of your coverage?
I'd have to really think about how that's going to cut, but yeah, we could. Okay.
That's fine. That sounds good.
Because I'm trying to shoot this where we don't. It's not like shot reverse shot. It's all like cut, and then we see a new thing every cut.
Standing right where that camera is.
I need the bartender.
I'm gonna let her win. Let the little filly win. Because there ain't no way she's gonna beat me fair.
Basically, Western is about, at its heart, it's a revenge story between two brothers pitted against each other. One comes back after a long time of being put away to take revenge on his brother who caused his incarceration in the first place. I want to try as much as possible to follow Alyssa going across the room to get you back to the other side. So basically, it's a brooding kind of tale about, this. I like to think of it as like the collection of like forces, reaching this climax where it like pits brother against brother. And basically it's simple. It's just, they're out to gun each other down. The exterior, this is a saloon in this ghost town. It's completely deserted, and then the main character sees his dead lover walk into this saloon, and he follows her inside. So this is all kind of like a hallucination for him, because outside it all is very still. It's about to be a show, kind of classic showdown. It's all very still, and you have the wind, and then you get in here, and it's like kind of a cacophony of sound and activity.
Well, we looked at a lot of different westerns. We looked at a lot of spaghetti westerns. We looked at a lot of like westerns from the 70s, like McCabe and Mrs. Miller. I'm a big fan of that low-con look of a lot of those like Altman pieces of the 70s. And so Luke really wanted it to have a kind of like antique or faded look, so we knew we couldn't really go with like a high contrast look. Also, we used a technique called pull processing, which is a little different than what they used in the 70s, but it gives you the ability to see into the shadows more.
My focus is cinematography, but for the purposes of this, it was my one chance to actually control exactly what was, what the look was, rather than, working with a director to, achieve their vision, it's just kind of nice in a visual way.
One of the things that's sort of your job as a DP is to kind of simplify things and make it easy to understand. And you still have to do that even with a director who's DP, because they're running around doing lots of different things, so you can't throw lots of numbers at them.
I'd like it to be pretty quick. If Alyssa's not right, I just look and then 1 second and then look back. You know what I mean?
So I don't need to keep Alyssa in the middle of the frame.
No, you don't need to keep her in the middle of the frame.
One
It's not
second.
a movie about Alyssa.
Yes, I'm.
All right, Smokey Smoke. All right, we gotta do this. This smoke is gonna clear fast. It's moving fast, guys. It's coming out that top window.
Okay, Jen.
Background action. Roll camera.
Action.
Look over your shoulder a little bit, and then back.
Look to your right a little, Tom.
And cut.
We're cut.
Hill?
How was focus on that one, Lisa?
It was fine.
That's it.
All right. Do you want to check the gate?
Yeah, check it.
Check the gate.
I wasn't sure if it looked like you were actually
Gate's
looking
good.
at people or not.
Gate's good.
Doesn't matter.
Awesome.
And I'll set it on the table.
Yeah, do you want to do that now?
We could do that now, or we could do it later. But you have more shots with all these actors in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. When they're dancing around and stuff, yes.
Okay, then we'll wait on that.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys at the gate is
they've
good.
been-
That's
they've been
lunch.
here just sitting around
Yeah.
eating.
It's like this pseudo old settlers westerny town or something that this guy rents out to I guess he has raves out here all the time or something, and I've had Girl Scouts come out here or functions or whatever. So, and on the way to set this morning, I got the directions a little bit wrong, and I was driving. I was like, oh, look at that cool place. Looks like a great place to shoot a movie. Oh, we're shooting a movie there. So, yeah, this guy George owns it, and he's really cool. He's gonna be in our film, so it's cool. Today's been going really well. We've only got an hour left with our main actors, so it's been crucial to get like some of these main shots. You know, the smoke machine, it's been like the hardest thing because you get the smoke going and then the wind just takes it away, and so you've got this small window to get things going, and Jason having to, you know, do handheld, but everybody, I mean, we've got enough people, so it's good, and everybody's, you know, doing their job, except for those sound people that were late.
Like, one of the nice things about this movie is we've been able to pull out all these kind of old school techniques. We shot a day for night shot out in the desert, which was awesome. It was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun was super high in the sky, and there were no shadows anywhere. And it was one of the last 2 days where we shot in Terlingua where there were no clouds in the sky at all. So I actually put the polarizer on, and we got these deep blue skies, and that's a lot of fun. The front projection shot was really challenging because we actually used an old school, instead of like what a lot of people will do is use video projectors and stuff, we actually got a piece of Scotch-Lite material, which is the highly reflective screen material that they use for the old, you know, like process shots. And we rigged up this film projector with some footage shot of this road and projected it behind and did an old school process shot, which is a lot of fun. It took a long time to like research and figure out.
You know, because of the location we shot out west, it's all very, like, landscape plays a huge part in the picture. It's almost a character. It's not any place, like, present. It's not a period piece. It's not a Mad Max, like, future piece. It's, like, this just totally constructed reality of these characters with, like, the ego of, you know, classic kind of Western characters from movies. You know, it's a very constructed kind of piece, living in this just desolate world where nobody else exists because the land has just kind of gone fallow.
Not only is he a DP, but he also has a very like arts background, and he's very, you know, obviously very visual person.
This is a classic Luke Millard, like, wacko dream, non sequitur yet sequitur sequence. I mean, I don't really know what his vision is, and I never really do with Luke, but somehow he always pulls it off. He's already seen her dancing with the other guy. He's ordered from the bartender, and then she comes and grabs him.
You know, I don't know, I haven't choreographed it yet
That's
with him.
10F.
I haven't had a chance to rehearse it.
That's 10E. Okay, yeah, we should do that one first because
And they
that's
spin
your
around,
one.
and then either here to here, them dancing around.
Well, let's do 10E first,
Yeah.
and then see what you like about it. And if you can combine E and F, because that'll be a nice complicated
Yeah, because
shot.
the reason for F was because we were going to do one where she took his hat and started running around the
Right.
bar with it, and then he'd have to put it back on before he went outside.
Right.
But
And you're not going for uber continuity here. You're going for, you know, dream, punch, whatever. So
yeah.
so that'll be nice.
Yeah, I'm a graduate student at the University of Texas. This is my 4th out of 3 years, so I'm a little late, and this is my final project. This is a thesis project. It's probably the last kind of big project that I can afford to make for a little while. So once I finish this project, I will graduate. I will be out there in the world without the benefit of financial aid.
Man, the only challenge about being a filmmaker in Austin is money, is finding people to put, you know, what they say, the proof is in the pudding. You know, I think we've got a lot of talent and skills, and I would say half this crew I've worked with at least 5 or 6 times, and we've got a really solid group of people that, you know what they're doing. And I hate it when LA people come to town and say we don't have faith in the Austin crew. It just pisses me off. I just think that's it. It's just finding the people with the money. Unfortunately, that's still in LA and other places in the country, but hopefully that'll change soon.
I'm excited here, you know, seeing what's going on with the film community and television as well. It seems to be, you know, it seems to be pretty steady in Austin. So I'm hoping that, you know, I can find a place within it, and if not, you know, I'll just get a day job and, you know, shoot on the weekends. You know, it'll always be a passion of mine, whether, you know, I can fall into it. You know, whether I can establish myself or not is just, you know, to be seen.